Tell me what's the difference when tryna get it on your own. Born rash, yeah, gotta go and get rash long. Can't forget about the times I was hung out alone. Now I'm getting to the money and I'm rocking all these shows. Never mind the things, I'm pulling on, rocking on designer jeans. Fucking on the bitch, and you know she slipping all on the dick. Counting on the rash, yeah, I'm on my shit. Closer to the stars, how life. What you gon' do, tryna give her 2 lives? On my knees, yeah, I'm tryna get it right. Fighting all the demons all around me. So what you gon' do is you gon' fight. Gotta be well protected. Separate all the wrongs in my life. Gotta be well respected. Keep a pistol on my side. Drive off in that Lexus. Swerve off and go get high. Tell me what's the difference when tryna get it on your own. Born rash, yeah, gotta go and get rash long.
Disclaimer. The opinions expressed during this podcast are conversational in nature and expressed only in comedic and entertainment purposes. Not all of the facts will be correct, but we attempt to be as accurate as possible. At least I think we do. My bad, y'all. Theater holds no liability over these conversations on this podcast, and using this podcast, you understand that it is solely for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the damn show. Laugh, love, live, and smile more, because we about to. 3, 2, 1. We back with another episode of You Don't Pay Me Enough to Care, and I'm your humble host, Sebastian Sincere Harris. Y'all already know the vibes. And today we got my co-host Ian in the building, and we just gonna chop it up on some things that was coming across our hearts, and and like I said, we're on episode 56 of the You Don't Pay Me Enough pod. This is for the heteros, the homosexuals, and the hustlers. And for the hustlers, if you work a 9 to 5 and you want to be your own entrepreneur, this is the right goddamn place for you to be. To say, fuck 9 to 5. I want to be my own boss and run my own shit. So that's just how I go. That's why it's called You Don't Pay Me Enough to Care. And of course we care about other things, so we talk about other things as well. So, Ian, how is your day going?
Well, people, my day is going very well. I did some laundry and some other housekeeping things that I needed to do. So that was really on my agenda today. Make sure I fed myself, and now I'm pleasuring myself with a cocktail and a podcast with my esteemed cousin. So,
okay, I hear you, Dad. We just gonna jump straight into this because I got a lot to cover on this episode, and y'all, this episode is about you. It's about identity, being born. I'm gonna read this out. How important is being born as a human? Being born as a human is significant in many ways. As humans, we have the capacity for complex emotions, self-awareness, the ability to create and innovate. Our human experience allow us to form deep connections with others, contribute to society, and pursue personal growth and fulfillment. Additionally, being born as a human comes with a sense of moral and responsibility towards living beings, the environment. Each individual experiences as a human is unique, valuable, and contributing the rich tapestries of human existence. So tonight, y'all, it's all about us. Kind of about you. Why you here? Do you know why you here? Me personally, I always like to talk about stuff like this because it helps me grow. Stuff like that. I want to play this Viola Davis thing that I was listening to, and I thought it was very, my little affirmations. I always got to come with the heat. So I just want y'all to sit back and listen to this for a minute. Let this play.
I am absolutely so humbled. They say that the 2 most important days in a person's life is the day you were born and the day you discover why you were born. And 5 hours on the bus going to acting classes when I was 14 years old and coming from very challenging circumstances. I absolutely knew I wanted to be an actor because I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to dream big and make a mark somehow. And that's something absolutely that Aibileen was not afforded. I considered it my honor to pay homage to these women at this time period who were not allowed to dream. I absolutely am so honored to be in the company of so many women and so many sizes and ages and races, and to be such a part of a story that is such an incredible part of American history, to show that, you know what, even despite the atrocities that can happen in the past, friendship and love can help us find our way. Thank you very much.
Okay, y'all. That was when she was at the, I think that was the Critical Award, Critic Choice Award.
Critic Choice Award.
Critic Choice Award.
How it's pronounced.
Right, there you go. Don't let me have to keep telling you that every 5 minutes, because you know you don't like to have your mic close to you.
Well, I feel like this is close enough.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like this is close enough. You want it to be inside of my mouth. I think you got some type of weird type of fixation on that, on
that
the mic
not
being
fucking true, you asshole.
real close to my face
That
or
is
whatever.
so
And that's why I
not
was like,
true.
what is all this about?
So yeah, y'all. To me, I think being born is very, very important.
Well, yeah, because if you're not born, then you're dead. Then I mean, yeah, of course, being born is important.
Well, no,
Why
I'm not
would
saying it
not
like
be
that.
important?
I'm saying it more on the thing of like, just life in general is important. And people take it for granted every day with all these killings and just senseless violence and so, and there's another thing. I actually got a couple of things I want to read, so I'm trying to get them all out the way before we get into our running our mouth.
Oh my goodness!
So
this better be some good things that you got.
I want to know what you think about this, because I actually have this too as well. So on Quora, it's a guy by the name of Stephen Bosky. He's an RN consultant and writer. He said it is so important that it isn't optional. There is no choice in the matter. You arrive, period, poof. Every last thing that happens after that is even more important. First and foremost, someone must care about your arrival or you die. Circumstances you landed in will mean a lot. They will condition your possibilities to some extent. Not long into life cycle, you will start making choices about who you will become in the midst of all those circumstances. There are amazing, heroic stories, and there are the flops. Most of the times, humans choose the path of least resistance. Personally, I believe that what your humanity and your person may become is indescribably beyond what any of us even could imagine. Make good choices and may grace visit them. So yeah, he just said it's very important, I'll actually have that a link on the board so y'all can read more of what he said.
Yeah, because that was deep, though. You know what I'm saying? I really was feeling like, certain parts of that.
Yeah, because, it's just like life and its choices and all that stuff. So, let's dive into this. First thing on the docket. It is so crazy, y'all, because literally when I say, I was like digging deep with this one, because I love anything that has to do with like nature and life and where we from, why we here, You know, this is like a subject that I could just talk about for hours upon hours. So
that's why I was like, so what aspect of biomedical studies were you trying to like? You talking about the stem cell shit, cloning, or just like all of that? It was
saying, and I'm actually about to read it to you because it was saying some. It was saying, I can't find it. I don't know if I saved it or not. Um, biomedical. Okay, so basically it was just saying like biomedical studies have shown that the seasons in which you are born has an influence on certain monomin and neurotransmitters such as dopamine and serotonin, which is detectable even in adult life. So basically it's saying like within the season that you were born, whether it was...
So your zodiac, so that's a real thing. So that is a real thing.
It's saying that it could affect like how you move and what your, I guess, thought patterns and, you know, all that stuff. It has something to do with like, it was saying like biomedical studies was saying that. Like,
well, that is weird.
So the seasons, like if you was born in spring and it was raining real bad, like, you know, those are mood changes. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are very moody when it's raining or they get real freaky, whatever. So it just depends on when you were born.
Yeah, I was born in spring, and I'm like cold natured all the time. Like I really don't come out of my shell until it starts to get like warm outside.
Because that's spring. That's what. Yeah, it gets warm and it's not cold. Where you don't like to be cold. So that's what that was saying. And I was trying to find like the actual thing that I had on that, guys, but I can't find it. So we're just gonna keep moving on. Okay, first thing on the thing is the rarest month to be born is leap day, leap year, February 29th. Sasha, see, Sasha, Ian, cut it out. See, you about to get off the damn shot.
Okay, people.
Because you're here scraping up my motherfucking chairs.
Our mascot Sasha is she wants to have her own voice be heard. Well, what you got to say, Sasha?
Sasha, don't make no motherfucking sense.
She just wants to be heard too. That's
okay, so back to what I was saying, y'all. The rarest month is leap day, leap year, February 29th.
The most unluckiest day to be born.
And people be wondering, like, so after leap year, like, what day do they celebrate? Sometimes they celebrate the day after, maybe March 1st, or they may celebrate February the 28th.
Because it only comes, every 4 years?
Yeah. So, yeah. But, okay, let's get into this. Why do you think you are here? Or do you even know why you're here? Have you figured that out yet?
Well, I know why I'm here. I'm here because my mother and my father had sex. So that is why I'm here. So I definitely know why I'm here. So...
But no, other than that, now, let me cut that down.
So, how deeper do you want to go into it other than that? Like,
I would actually think that you would get deeper instead of just saying my mother had sex. Like, do you know your purpose? Have you ever thought about, like, why am I on Earth? Like, what is my...
Well, I feel like ever since I was very young, I felt like I was always put here to promote tolerance and awareness for LGBTQIA issues. I've always been an advocate for that. I've always been an educator on that. So I'm more of a lover than a fighter. I'm kind of like a person where you would tell by my actions.
Okay.
Like know a Christian by their love. So I'm like that type of person. So. So I do. So I mean, but to answer your question, what your initial question was? Why do I believe I'm here? And I believe I'm here to promote peace. I believe that I'm here to be a positive body on this earth, to be a positive energy on this earth. I mean, I really truly do believe that, and I'm my honest of hearts, like that I was put here to be a bomb, some type of salve, over things. So that's what I try to be in every situation. Like, I try to be that positive person. I try to be the person that's trying to make a solution out of the chaos that is going on, So yeah, so that's definitely why I believe that I am here. Yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I ask why are you here, because a lot of people, they go through life and they be like, I don't know what to do in life. I don't know my purpose. And a lot of people, they go through that like throughout of course your younger years you're gonna go through that because you're still just getting started. But like when you become an adult and start paying bills and stuff like that, and you trying to figure out the status of America is to go to college and to get a degree and to get married and have a family and get all these like kind of step things that they teach you in Christianity and all this stuff, which is nothing wrong with it. But a lot of people go through life and they don't really know what their purpose is. They just going through it.
All right, you just thinking these people want to be these cookie cutter images of what they see on television and in the magazine, and let me tell you, people, that is far from the real truth.
Yeah.
Far from the real truth. Like, have you ever seen that movie Stepford Wives? Yeah. When they had all these cookie cutter women set out, and they were supposed to do this and do that.
Right.
And it was like, so that's why they had to have something like that, because society is not like that. That's not reality.
No, it's not. I agree.
No.
I agree. What I think my purpose is here, I agree with spreading peace and love. That's two of my main things. But I think my main purpose here is to show awareness that whatever you put your mind to, you can do. Because I am a very creative person. And I'm going to say this, I am a very, very creative person. And let me get this out. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. By me being in that creative mind frame all the time, other people, they pick up on it. A lot of people, they'll look at things and be like, oh, I want to do this, but I don't know how to go about doing it. But I always tell people, you just have to start with just the idea, and then you put those things into motion, like one step at a time. You want to be a big basketball player, you have to practice. Practice makes perfect in everything, in every aspect of life. Like whether you going to school, whether you just want to be the best fashionista, it's practice, it's repetitiveness, it's, you know what I'm saying? So
repetitiveness.
So I just feel like my purpose here is to show that creativity is possible, and to shine my light in areas with friends and family, whatever that may be, or people that I inspire that I don't know that I'm inspiring. And that anything is possible, because anything that I want to do, I do it. It's not like I have to second guess, or whatever I say I'm gonna do, it's done. So, So my purpose here would be to shed light on anything's possible. Love is possible, relationships is possible, getting married is possible, whatever, big fan of, spreading love all the time and understanding. That's another thing about me. I try to be as understanding as possible, even when I don't understand some shit that people do, things people do. But I still be like, okay, whatever, So, but yeah, we're moving on. Let's see where we at with this. How much do you worry about what others think of you?
Oh wow! That's like, oh goodness, because that's like, goodness, that's weird. Because it's like, of course, you do think about what people think about you, because
you
that's
really
because if you wouldn't be a fucking human if you didn't do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You really do. You're right.
And a lot of times, what I have said on here before, it's a lot of it. It's about the perception or the image that you want people to perceive of you. You know what I'm saying? Oh goodness, that is a very hard one, because how much do you worry about that, what other people think? Well, first impressions are everything. So yeah, when your first impression, I do expect, like, yeah, I am worried about how much you're thinking about me, or what type of first impression that I put on a person, right? Because you only get one of those. You only get one first impression. So I am very, very try to be very mindful. Like, maybe try to have my hair done in a certain way. Listen to the right type of music before I get there, so I could be in that type of mind space. Maybe smoke a joint, maybe not smoke a joint, maybe have a drink, maybe not smoke a joint. I would, yeah, yeah. That is a doohickey right there. That is a doohickey right there, because it's a necessity, and it's a necessity in society. Because you don't show up at a job interview. When you show up at a job interview,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, you want to be looking like, yeah, you're hireable, right? Like you can do the job, right? Not like you've been sitting on the couch all damn day smoking weed or whatever. You know what I'm saying, and chilling out or whatever. So
right. No, you're right. Like, I don't have no disagreements with that, because I feel like it's very in human nature that you do worry about what other people think of you, whether it's directly or indirectly. Like, and we may sometime be like, oh, I don't care about what nobody think about me. That's a lie. Because, like you said, you make sure that you look presentable when you step out the house. You make sure that, because if you didn't give a fuck, you didn't give a fuck. You would just go out looking like anything, all the time. Put it in your chair, because clearly this girl.
Yeah, because I'm the shit. There we go.
Right. Yeah, so you do. Like, me personally, like, I think I worry about it a lot. Even doing this podcast, like, I think sometimes, like, what people will say or think, or, like, am I making sure I'm putting out the right messages? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with doing that, like, because you do want to make sure, like, you're not being perceived the wrong way. But at the end of the day, whether you're doing something positive or negative, you're going to be perceived the wrong way in any facet. Like, so it's kind of like a damn if you do, damn if you don't,
Yeah, but
that's how I feel about that.
I see the initial question was, how much do you worry? So I guess we can both say that we both worry a lot, because I worry a lot because we're both very meticulous people. So right. We like to put a lot into our appearance and how we look and how we're going to act and what we're going to sound like when we get into social situations or whatever. Right. So yeah. So I guess for both of us, I mean, I don't know. I guess there are some people that just don't care, but I honestly feel like the ones that say that they just don't care about what other people think about them are just like, no, you care a little bit. No, I just feel like it ain't that. Like that's human nature, like to care about what others think.
So I will say this, people, y'all need to get out y'all head and always stop talking about y'all don't care what people think and this and that, because you do. You do care about what other people think at all times. Like, whether you doing it indirectly or directly or indirectly, you know, when you posting shit on Facebook, like you're looking for a response,
right? And there's not people that's hating on you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you worried about what somebody think about you and shit. Like, cause you hating this shit on the next person because they doing this or they doing that. Like,
yeah. That's a good one.
It's like, bro, like, why is you hating for it then? Like, so, okay,
if
so
you're not worried,
yeah, so because you know you ain't up to par.
Yeah.
You don't like the image that you promoting to the world, but you like the image that I'm promoting to the world, but you're mad because you can't get, or you don't want to make the image that you had promote the same way. It's just like, I mean, I feel like that just goes all along with that. Just like, goodness.
You right. That is, motherfuckers, even the haters be caring. Word. So, y'all can act like y'all don't, because I see y'all too. Don't think I don't. But that's neither here nor there.
Oh my goodness.
So
let the fun and games begin.
I felt
people.
like, you know, that was a good one. So let's move. We're moving along with this one pretty quick, because this is not going to be a really long pod. It's going to be kind of, I'm trying to keep it under like 50 minutes. Do you think travel is important for growth?
Travel is important. Of course. The mind needs to experience all different things. I feel like the mind needs to. It's our greatest asset. It needs to be exercised. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So yeah, I definitely think travel is very good for growth.
And the reason why I put this up here, because I try to tell people this from where I'm from, because a lot of people in Cincinnati, they have this mentality that it's like a stuck mind, that they are stagnant, that they don't see no further than, they don't even see past the Ohio River. And I try to tell people this. I'm like, when you go to other cities and stuff, people think totally different about a lot of shit. They'll be like, no, everywhere you go, it's the same thing. No, the fuck it's not, because people eat differently, they walk differently, they have different shit going on. You know, shit, for instance, like different festivals and shit brings awareness to certain shit that we don't have here. Like, you know what I mean? So I do feel like travel is definitely important for growth, and I'll be trying to get people out of their head sometimes. Like, you have to go to different places and see different things to understand that everything is not the same where you're from. Like, you know what I mean? And that will help you be able to navigate your life better. It'll help you, instead of you feeling like it's stunting your growth, it won't, you know, because you'll have a better understanding for life. You know, you just be able to maneuver a little bit better and be more open-minded to different things and everything. So travel is very, very important. So you guys, travel is very, very important for growth, like I always say. Like, and if you don't do that, then you'll never understand that there's other things out there that's way beyond you. So yeah, I just want to say that. Hold on, let me get it real quick, because your camera just shut off.
I got it. Just shut off.
Okay, y'all, we're back. So yeah. Okay, the next one is about fate. Do you believe in fate?
So like what? Like you
now
mean
we're
like
going into spirituality.
fate, like predestined
things predestined, things that are seen and not heard, but that you know that they're there, that you haven't, but it happens, and then you be like, well, damn, I wasn't expecting this.
Well, I mean, that is a romanticized view of the world. Like, I would like to believe in something like that. Like you would want for something to be like that there. Honestly.
So, do you believe it? Do you believe that
some things are predestined?
Or do you just believe things just happen and just whatever the cards are dealt, that's what it is?
I feel like things are like a domino effect, and I feel like it depends on those people, their belief system, their maturity level, and other circumstances or whatever that will make the future outcome, or you know what I'm saying, what it is. So no, I can't honestly say that I believe in fate, but as a romanticized person, I mean that is something I would like to believe in. But no, I don't believe that things are like predestined to be. Like, I don't know.
You don't?
I don't know. I don't kind of believe that things are predestined to be. I don't know.
Where you get that assumption from? Like, why would you think that things are not predestined?
I mean, if that's the case, then there's like some type of written prophecy or something somewhere or whatever that's giving the detailed events or whatever before it happens. And it's like, it sounds kind of storybookish. And I mean, you know me, I'm always been like the big kid, you know what I'm saying? I follow with my feelings and my heart first, you know? And I would like to believe that, but just like at the type of luck that I have been having lately at relationships, I do not believe that to be so. Because I just kind of feel like, well, damn, like it should be my turn. And she's like, it should be my turn. I was like, when is my turn coming up? So,
as far as relationship goes, we can talk about that for a little minute. I am a firm believer in this, and I guess this could be fate, because I believe if you put something out into the world so much, eventually it'll reward you with what it is that you've been wanting. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of that has to come from working on self and like learning how to get rid of things in life that's blocking that blessing from happening. Because sometimes I really believe the people that you are around, the people that you know, and this goes back to like traveling. Like when I was in Atlanta for all those almost 15 plus years, I really got to meet people of all different walks of life, and the way they thought was like, wow. Like, but it was good for me because it was like, I come from such a small city with a lot of small-minded people, and it opened me up to believing things and seeing things differently. And I actually got to witness some things happening that I would never thought would have ever happened. So I think a lot of the times it has to do with just navigating yourself enough to be you know how they say this thing where be around like-minded people and you will succeed in whatever it is you're trying to do. So if you're around people that, let's just say you want to be a doctor and you hang around nurses and shit like that all the time, and your friends are like in that arena, eventually they will guide you to how to become a good doctor, or where schools you can go to, or you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's kind of like you have to put yourself in certain circumstances to see that outcome that you envisioning in your mind. So
and
if
that's
it's a
always
relationship,
easier. That's always easier said than done.
No, it's really not easier
really
said
than done.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't even look at it like that, because literally, it's basically like, okay, and I'm just speaking for me. I'm gonna speak for me on this one.
Oh goodness!
Because for me, I put myself in spaces for certain doors to be open. Love, for instance. If I'm around somebody, let's just say I'm single and and I want to be in this like good relationship or looking for the love of my life type of deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my whole objective every time I meet somebody and my intentions will be to see what's up with this person or just try to get to know them, and you know, and if it doesn't fit the bill, I can't keep you around because your energy is going to eventually bleed off into my mind, and I'm gonna be thinking all jacked up and all fucked up because now I'm feeling a certain way. And if you're a caring person, sometimes it's hard to let people go that you know ain't shit and that you know that they're not good for you, you know. But that's just the heart, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you still gotta know how to guide your heart too. So I feel like in relationship stuff, like I feel like it's just about protecting your heart, protecting what you hold dear. Like it's like having, like they say, like have good morals, have good know your worth, those kind of things, like, you know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, if you want something, then you have to surround yourself with it or start going towards it at some point. Like you can't just stand there and just be like waiting, because life doesn't wait for nobody. Like it really doesn't. Like
yeah, it definitely does not wait for nobody. If you want these opportunities,
in that
you
space.
have to move.
You gotta move in that space, and if you don't move in those certain spaces, then you'll never see the outcome of that. Like, and love is just one of them things, like when it's gonna come, but you just gotta be smart to know, like, if this is really love or is this lust. Because sometimes we can get with people because of the way they look, the way they talking to us, and all this sort of shit, but do they have the same heart as you? Do they have the same moral values as you? How is their family life? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at all this shit. Like, and once you
those are the first things that I look at when I get into a relationship with somebody. Is definitely I like to look at someone that has the same type of family structure that I have. Like, you know, like, cause me and you have the same type of family structure where we have a close knit family. You know, you got aunties, you got cousins. We get together on the holidays. We call each other during the week to see what's going on. We help each other throughout life or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's the type of guy that I would like to rather prefer to be with, because then he would know how to love me and what I'm going through when situations arrive better, I feel like. So definitely I'm looking for somebody that has come from a close-knit family and that has strong family values. Because even though I do live in this subculture of being gay or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, I have a very traditional sense of being in a relationship and being monogamous when I get with my partner. So
yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's so. Let me ask you this: so, like, what is it that you want out of love? Like, because you talk about this a lot, like, and I was just listening, like, and I'm like, so what do you want? Like,
I want it. I want the white picket. I want the white picket fence. I want the little cute little dog dressed up in something running around the house. I want a little pool in the backyard. I want a nice grill back there. I want to be swimming in our pool while he's fixing something on the grill for us to eat. You know what I'm saying? I guess, yeah, I do. I want it all, but.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
I do live in Cincinnati, y'all. So.
But you know what? It may be here and it may not. I always say this. If you don't bring your horizons, your soulmate may be in a different city. But if you're going to be here, and you know, by the community being so small, maybe you need to start like shifting your energy towards other like avenues, as far as like how you go out, like the bars you go to, Go to different bars.
And I definitely have missteps in that because before I was like just only going to one main bar, and I was thinking to myself like, okay, like you go to the same bar every night. Like, why don't you go to different bars so you can meet different people? Because I mean, if you like a bar flat like I am, I like to go to different bars or whatever. But I mean, it was like one particular bar I just went to all the time. I was like, okay, like I need to kind of like spread my attention to elsewhere, and that actually has been working out for me. I've been having some real good conversations with some real good guys or whatever. So I do like to promote that as being something good to do. Honestly, like I feel like that's a good thing. But
that's why I'm like, you gotta just start surrounding yourself, and like I said, go towards what you're looking for, or if you want it to come to you naturally, just go in areas that's not your norm. And that's what I think a lot of people, they get so complacent and they so used to a certain pattern, and they get comfortable too damn. I always say life is not about being comfortable. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to put this on. Life is not about being comfortable, because you can
was that me or what? Did I do that?
I don't know why that's doing that. When you find yourself being too damn comfortable in life with your job and where you stay, and you're paying your bills and you're doing the same routine over and over and over and over and over again, guess what? There's never going to be a different outcome. It's going to be the same fucking shit every single day of your life until you change that. That's why I'm always changing friendships and just moving around, like, because I really feel like in order for me to like find the things that I want out of life, or even get like a taste of it, like I have to move myself around. Like, so Cincinnati, I'm not going to be here for probably 2 more years. I'll probably be moving again. Just want to throw that out there. Because
he's gonna leave me once again. You know, he always leaves me. I really should have abandonment issues because everyone that I love always winds up staying for a little bit and then they leave.
It's just, I don't know. I just feel like if you want the things you want, you gotta move around. Like, yeah, I can stay here. Yeah, I can do this and do that, but it's kind of like your percentages of finding the things you want are very low. Then again, it may not. It may not. Not for. I'm not gonna say everybody, but for a good percentage of people, your percentages are gonna be low because you're not trying nothing new. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying new bars. You're not trying new restaurants. You're not trying to taste different foods, and you know, you're not trying to, you know, and then you can say it all day, but I'm trying. But if you're not acting on it, you can forget it, hang it up, you know. So the thing is, it's just you know. So I feel like for you, if you really want love and that's your focus, if love is gonna be your focus, then you need to start moving in a love direction. Because you go to work, you go home, you sleep.
And I really don't go anywhere,
or
really
I'm really not anywhere.
I'm really not like seen by people in order to like say like, well, I'm single, I'm looking.
Yeah.
And I think like that's the hardest part about being single is that you have to be visible and be seen. You know what I'm saying? In the same process, and it's just like I'm like a couch potato and like a hermit crab. Like I'm like a true tourist. It's like when I get to my abode, I'm like further than the bull.
But you can't do that.
I like to just like lay around and watch television and eat
and you
and
think
do
your
little stuff like that.
You think your Prince Charming just gonna come to you like that? No, sweetheart. He's in the world, and you need to go out there and be in the fucking world. Like, Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with him sometimes, y'all. But so yeah, y'all. We were talking about fate. I do believe in fate. And I'm gonna say I do believe in fate. I believe in things are predestined. And I want to try to tell a story of things that I can say that I have actually had this. I've witnessed it. shoot. Just recently, I found somebody that I'm interested in.
Womp, womp, womp.
And
womp, womp, womp.
The conversation went like, oh, I was praying, they were praying, and it was kind of like the way we met was like, boom, like it was kind of like the same exact prayer we both were praying for. And, you know, it just kind of happened that way. So, I believe that's fate. I believe that.
So okay. So wait a minute. So back to the fate thing. So you believe that that's fate. So you believe that predestined in the stars many years ago that y'all were destined to meet.
I believe that your twin flame does exist. I truly, honestly believe that. I believe that you have somebody out there that's very identical to you, but very opposite. Because y'all both are not the same. Y'all definitely gonna be opposite of each other in a lot of ways, in a lot of sense. But y'all gonna have a lot of similarities, because that's what a twin flame is. Y'all have a lot of similarities, but y'all opposite. Yes, I believe that. I believe that you can really harness a certain energy for it to come in towards your way. And I think that's power that we have within ourselves that we don't realize we have that kind of power. But I mean, when you go back in history and you look at like a lot of our ancestors and all these tribes and stuff, like they wasn't. Girl, she tearing up my shit.
My bad. Oh, my bad.
My shit.
You started talking about tribes and shit.
Right. With your hair comes from a tribe called Quest. But I do believe that if you harness that energy enough, it will find you. And I think that's the energy. I think that we all, as humans, I think we all have that ability to harness whatever we want, you know. And if you believe in it long enough, if you put forth the effort into it, it will definitely come. Friendships that I got in Atlanta, it definitely came. I got good fucking friendships out of people that I met in Atlanta that I love dearly to this day, you know, and it happened that way. Like, you know, I believe whatever you putting out into the world, it's definitely gonna come to you at some point. But I also move a lot of shit out my way too. Motherfuckers acting funny, fuck you, it's slow. Like, it is. Like, it is. Like, I'm not even about to play with y'all. Like, motherfucker want to act like this and act like that. It's slow for y'all. Like, okay, be that way. Keep that energy over there, boo. Like, because I'm not about to play no game with you just because you want to be on whatever you want to be on. I'm just not even about to have that around me because you're not about to block what I got going on.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, even with friendships, loved ones, you know, your family ships and all of that stuff, like, sometimes you gotta block your family out because your family can block your shit. Like,
those are things that I think that, and you know what, and I didn't want to put something down, but to add on to that, what you were saying, I feel like those are things that we do to protect our peace. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a real valid thing to talk about too. Like, that's so important. Like, with this new year starting and with Easter coming up, and you know, it's like a sign of new beginnings and new starts for people. And I feel like that's like the biggest one that people need to kind of like keep an eye out for. Like, things that like, what are you doing like to protect your own peace? You know what I'm saying? In your home, while you're at work, traveling back and forth, like. Like, well, what are things that you are doing to protect your emotional, your mental peace? You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying, like blocking out certain things to bring new things.
Yeah, because you want to be blocking out that negative energy and stuff, and that uncertainty. You want to be blocking out the negativity. Those people that make you feel bad. Those people that are saying things that are not true about you, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, wait a minute, like, you've been hanging with me all this week, you know what I'm saying? And then you hear them say, like, something weird and something wild about you that doesn't have nothing, like, to do with you. You was like, well, why did you just say that? Like, that sounds like weird. That's not me at all. And I think to myself, like, you know what? That's somebody I don't need to have around me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what is that? That means you weren't paying attention at all. Like, you ain't understand the assignment. Like, I'm definitely looking for somebody that's gonna be understanding the assignment. Like, respect is respect, and you know what I'm saying.
And that's that. Yeah. It to me, I just feel like those kind of people, you got to get them out your way. I can love you from a distance. If you're not gonna be for me, I can still love you from a distance. But I'm not about to have you around me if you're gonna be on that bullshit. Like that's just point blank. Period. Like
because you're not gonna be genuine. Then I mean, you know what I'm saying. Then what's the whole point if you're not gonna be genuine?
Right.
All right, so let's get to this team building thing. And it's
Okay, y'all. So y'all already know what time it is, y'all. It is the time that I enjoy the most. It's called team building.
Well, you see, I called it out.
Clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Give a toast up to it and all that stuff because y'all know this is the part where I like to get into some deep shit and I like to really ask my co-hosts and guests that I have on the show. I always ask them 5 personal questions, crazy questions, spiritual questions, whatever, and they have to answer them truthfully because it's all about getting to know who you're working with in a business setting. Sometimes you have to know who you're, dealing with, and being an entrepreneur, whether you are allowing friends to be part of your partner, or, you don't want to be working with somebody and you don't know them. So team building is about getting to know us on a personal level. So, Ian, the first question of the team building: do you think you're honest with yourself?
Do I think I'm honest with myself? Yes, I am honest with myself. That's the only person that I'm honest with throughout the day. I am honest with myself about my feelings, about my perception of reality, about the way I perceive others, the way they perceive me. I feel like I am very honest with myself on how I feel about those type of things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm romanticizing any type of different images. I like to see situations and people for what they are, and you know what I'm saying, and what they portray. Like.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think I'm very honest with myself. Sometimes I can be, when you love hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can kind of be blinded or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but for the most part, I feel like I'm honest with myself. Okay, we're moving on. What are some things your parents did that you hate? It can be whether when you were growing up. It can be where you can't get it right now. So just put the damn bottle down. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Stay on. Oh, Jesus, this chair. She be all over the place. Okay, so what is some things your parents did that you hate?
Wow, that's kind of deep. What are some things that I feel like my parents did that I hated?
And I'll say this to the people out there. What are some things your parents did that you hated? And if you put them in the comments, I'll read them on the thing, and we can go from there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely like to hear other people's comments, yes.
Go ahead.
So, some of the things I feel like my parents hated, some of the things I feel like they did that I hated, I guess, when my mom used to put me on punishment, like she used to take all the phones and the remote. She used to put them in her car. She used to put them in her car, pack them up in her car, and take them to work with her. So when I came home from school, I could watch TV or look at or have a phone call or anything. So I think that was one of the things that I hated that. My parents did.
Okay. I'll say for me, some things I did that I think my parents hate. I hated when my mother would move around when we were kids. We moved too much. Like, I hated moving. Like, it's like we could never be just in one spot for long to just kind of get acclimated with just being comfortable enough. So the moving around when I was a kid, I hated that. Like, it was just like, why can't we just be in one spot and just stay the fuck there and chill the fuck out? Like, so. But that is one of them. Okay, let's moving on. What is one thing that brings you joy?
Oh wow, one thing that brings me joy. Say writing poetry. I feel like that
Oh,
be
I didn't know
so
that.
that those are things that bring me joy. Just being with people that I love, like the and having that banter back and forth. I like to have that conversational pull and tug with each other. It's not always good to be around people that are like minded. It's always sometimes good around people that are not like minded as you because you learn more things. Because you got to think, if you always around somebody that's like minded like you, then you're only going to learn how so much you already know. You're not going to learn different things or have different experiences. So sometimes opposites do attract. I know before you were saying that about that, but to put another twist on it to be devil's advocate.
Okay. One thing that brings me joy is music.
Music, yeah.
I will honestly say the one thing that brings me complete joy is music. I'm not a musician. I'm not an artist. I know I could if I put my mind to it. I probably could do it. But I love music. I can listen to music all day long, every day of the week, 365 days a year. When I'm in a bad mood, I put on music. When I'm feeling sad, I put on music. When I'm feeling happy, I put on music. When I'm just going throughout my day, going to work, I'm listening to music. While I'm at work, I'm listening to music. All sorts of music. So music is one thing that brings me complete joy. The second thing for me would be my creativeness. Like I'm always thinking of ways to like push the needle or to just see how far my creativity can go and where that leads me. Like I complete joy of that. Like this pod is complete joy for me. Yeah. So family sometimes get on my nerves, but it is what it is. Friends get on my nerves too. So, that joy sometimes only lasts temporarily. But I love everybody. Um, okay, so the next thing is, do you think keeping secrets. Hold on, wait a minute. Do you think keeping secrets is a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it depends on how big the secret is. I mean, shit. I had on mismatched socks today. Like, I don't really feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was something that, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't care if somebody told that. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If I wind up saying something like that, one man saying something like that. Well, I mean, I had sex with your husband, you know what I'm saying? That might be a secret that I might want to keep, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Um, for me, I don't think secrets is a good thing to keep because eventually they'll surface. Um, Cause I don't like to know something and I be thinking about it and letting it and it's bothering me and I don't like to let things bother me. Some people can hold on to things forever and a day and never tell it and this and that. I'm the type of person I just don't want to have nothing in me that's bringing some type of bad energy towards me in no shape, way, or form. And I think secrets a lot of the times bring bad energy. So I don't think secrets are good to keep. Okay, so we're moving on. On the next one is do you think there's any good in holding a grudge?
No, I feel like any type of negative energy that you hold on to, I feel like that's that's diminutive to yourself. I feel like that's bringing down you. That's taking away from your energy. It's like a parasite. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
like
it's not no yeah, it's not no good and hold no grudge. Either you gonna forget about something or you just gonna let it or you gonna let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like if or you gonna forgive them or you just gonna like let it go. Like I don't feel like I like holding them on or like every time I see you I'm mad and the like it's either I'm gonna like not see you at all, you know what I'm saying, or I'm gonna embrace you, you know, so or I'm gonna embrace you and just forgive you and forget about it. Like I'm not gonna be all that. I'm not gonna be that third. I'm not gonna be in like no type of like mid level and shit on the shit. It's either I'm on or I'm off. Like
right. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't think there's any good in holding grudges because, like you said, like that's kind of doing detriment to yourself because you're harvesting all this like negative energy towards a person that after a while you only can be mad for so long, and then it's like once you come out of that and realize what you were mad for, you be like, damn. Either you end up losing the friendship or whatever, like, because it probably 9 times out of 10 is unless it's something really bad, like you know you killed my friend or some shit like some death shit or I don't even. But see, even in that, I don't believe you should hold grudges with that either. I believe you're supposed to forgive anybody that does anything. That could be very easier said than done, and very hard to do when there's some type of hurt involved. Like, but I feel like doing that, you're harboring too much anger and resentment, and it's like if that person really ain't did shit to you, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't go around holding grudges with anybody or anything like that. I don't even give a fuck. I just won't fuck with you until you apologize to me, and it has to be a sincere apology. Then I can be like, okay, we make it be cool again. Like, but I don't, you know. Okay. The next one is it easier? Is it easier to love or to hate someone?
well, you know, it's a thin line between love and hate. So, hey, there you know that's that jam right there. Well, I can resist saying that. I can resist saying that, but it is definitely a thin line between love and hate. So, with that being said, on the topic that you just said, I don't know. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. I always choose love all the time.
I choose love all the time, but I will say this. I think when anybody that you love, whether it's a friendship or a relationship or whatever, family, love life, whatever, co-workers, whatever, you build some type of trust with anybody you meet. Sometimes it can be hard to love people because people are very complex creatures.
Yeah.
And you don't know what makes them tick, where they will flip the script at, or anything of that nature. So, I just I think sometimes hating somebody can be a kind of little bit easier because you don't have to deal. But when you love somebody, you have to deal, whether they're around you or not. Like you can love somebody from a distance, but if you see this person and run into them or whatever, you're going to show them utmost respect or keep it cordial is what we say or whatever. And it's just like, hey, versus hating somebody and then when you run into them and then it's just like all this like tension and it's like, ugh, so I think sometimes hate can be kind of easier versus love because love has a lot of different levels to it, so for you guys out there, I would like to hear from y'all. Like, and this one was, is it easier to love or to hate someone? So I would love for y'all to put in the comments and everything and let me know how y'all feel. And I will definitely be reading y'all comments on the show if y'all start putting more comments out there. Okay, so we're moving on. Okay, how do you hold How do you determine right versus wrong? How do you determine whether something is right and whether something is wrong?
Well, if something is hurting somebody or demeaning someone or disrespecting someone in any type of way, I always figure that to be wrong. So,
okay, that was a pretty easy one.
Yeah,
I think that was pretty easy.
I mean, that's kind of how to do like right or wrong. Like,
so let me ask you this. Let's just say if your cousin called you and be like, I'm about to beat this bitch ass or whatever.
Why you about to beat that bitch ass?
Right. It's like, why? But then she gonna do it anyway. And then you be like, well, the person deserved it. Does the person really deserve getting their ass beat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or could you have went about that a better way?
Because we a little old to be like whooping somebody ass, so something must have really. So I really had to feel like something must have really had happened, and I probably need to be on my way over here because you might kill that hoe.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will be on my way over here. Like, well, wait a minute, because see, we get too old to just we be whipping bitches ass. We gonna kill somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Like the older you get, ain't nobody about to be
like fighting. Like we ain't all them playing out on games.
I'm not fighting at this age. 40. If you think I'm about to put my hands on you, you got another thing coming. I'm not on that shit.
So you seen the guy? So you already seen the gun laws about to change. You have to be. You only got to be 18.
I ain't got nothing.
They better switch that where you only got to be 18 to carry a gun. The NRA getting that shit.
I ain't got nothing to say to that. Okay, y'all. So look, y'all. We are at the end of our segment with team building. Cause I would really like to say this was a good one. This was really nice.
Yay!
We really knocked this out, and once again,
we did
guys,
it. We came, we saw, and we conquered
like always. Once again, y'all on we are on episode 56 of You Don't Pay Me Enough podcast, and I am your humble host, and my co-host. You want to say your name? Cause I'm tired.
The only one in.
Okay,
aka Cloverfield. You want to be
and I appreciate y'all for stopping by. And next time, and more times after this, we want to give blessings and love and prosperity and abundance, and we want to spread that as much into the world as possible. And a lot more love out there, you guys. And just remember that being born is very important to the world and to other people, because while you're here, you can make an impact to where people will do better instead of doing the wrong things. So think of things like that. So that's why I wanted to kind of touch on being born today. And I might call this the born identity or whatever. Like the movie or whatever. But look, y'all, we are out of here, y'all. And like I said, we love you guys and I appreciate y'all. And
yes, appreciate y'all very much.
You got anything you want to say to these people?
I would just encourage all the viewers to please comment and write and subscribe to our channel. We definitely will be having some more different and innovative things coming up with the summer approaching and the warm weather. So I would just like some more comments and some more ideas. Yeah, some more ideas on how to make this experience better for both of us. So yeah. So yeah, guys, we are out of here. And like I said, Godspeed and blessings and love. And we'll holler at y'all next time. Peace out. Peace out.
Sebastian, you don't pay me enough to care. And they don't pay me enough either. The fuck?